What is going on, everybody? Welcome to a long-awaited NFL Live play-by-play here on the channel. Tonight, we got the Dallas Cowboys hosting the Detroit Lions for the first time. Well, actually, not say for the first time all year. While the Detroit Lions, obviously, the first time division winners for the first time in the first 3 decades. If you guys new, make sure you hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit that notification bell, all that good stuff. And obviously, Dan Campbell was third season, 23-25-1 as the Lions head coach. And all that good stuff. So let me actually fix something really quick because this is ridiculous. But it looks like we're already underway, and it looks like we're going to have a 1st and 10 at the 25 for the Cowboys. Here, I'm going to refresh my page really quick. I'll be right back. All right, so we got a 1st and 10. And then Goff will hand it off to Montgomery will get no gain on the play. And of course, ABC decides to buffer at the worst time. Jesus. Hold up. Why? Yeah. Shout out to the 4 people that's saying 4 total viewers here in the stream. Guys new, definitely shout out the stream and all that good stuff. Let me see something really quick. Trying to figure out what the hell's going on. And nice little completion for about a couple of yards, but that's not really much going on for. I'm sorry, that'd be incomplete. So 3rd and 10 coming up. 14:24 on the game clock. Alrighty. So 3rd and 10. Goss takes the snap, will drop back. Those over the middle and complete for the first down. Cross the 35 to Khalif Raymond. Like Jordan Lewis on the tackle. And look, Khalif Raymond already up. 1st and 10. And Goff, play action, steps up, throws over the middle for St. Brown, cross the 40. Nice 20 plus yard game for. And that's kind of what Detroit has done pretty much all year is utilize the play action. So a little bit of a hard count. Goff, hand off to Montgomery. And Montgomery with a nice little gain up the middle for about, I would say about 6 yards. So it'll be 2nd and short coming up for the Lions. God. Parsons with the tackle. Sorry, I'm trying to Because obviously, for those who have seen that I have a green screen, apparently that's not really working tonight. So bear with me on that day because I don't know why it's not working. Alrighty. So let's say we got a timeout by Dallas. So on the 3rd and 3 coming up. So that'd be the first of this quarter. So looks like the DB's coach is already talking. Let me try something, guys. I'll be right back. Close the browser and all that stuff to get it going. So 3rd and 3, Goff with a handoff. Oh, nice little play fake to Montgomery. Well, Brian breaks a few open tackles short of the 20-yard line. So 1st and 10 to the red zone for the Detroit Lions. Mm. So you got Gibbs in the backfield. Goff, little straight out to Gibbs off his hands. So 2nd and 10 for the Lions. So 11-12 to go here in the first. So 2nd and 10. And Goff. And that's getting batted down incomplete. So 3rd and 10. Goff drops back. Out to Gibbs in the flat. Breaks the tackle across the 20. Oh, gets blasted from behind. And we get a penalty marker on the play. So it's going to go against Detroit. So we get a block. We get a block in the back. Hmm. So it's going to be a 4th down for the Detroit Lions. Brings up a 4th and 9, and the field goal unit coming out for Detroit. Like Jonah Jackson gets flagged for that block in the back. And the field goal is good. So already 3-0 Detroit. 10:46 remaining here in the first quarter. So let's see what. Ready. Oh, Lord. But shout out to everyone that's coming in or just finding this as well here tonight. Hopefully, like I said, it should be a good game. If pending, hopefully not going to be turned out to a blowout because let's be real, that stuff's going to stink. And let's be real, no one really gives, um, no one really, I would say no one really gives a crap with, I don't know. I'm just kind of the one person that just doesn't like blowouts in football for that matter. But besides that, you know, gonna be interesting though. Ugh. Do, 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 do. Shoot, been good though. For those who are wondering, so very quick 3-0 game, and of course we get the obviously, and also for those who are wondering, you can catch this game on ABC or you have the NFL app. You can catch that as well, or if you're also well, pretty much if you guys anyway that does have NBC. So yeah, for that matter. But we are back from commercial break with the Lions currently up 3-0 over the Cowboys here on Saturday Night Football, which I know is kind of weird to see football on a Saturday because when you think of Saturday Night Football, or Saturday football, you're probably thinking, oh, college football for that matter. So we're going to see for that matter. And Detroit with the kick. Looks like a little bit of a short. And Turpin's just going to let that bounce. First and 10 to the 25. Time for the Cowboys offense. So far for Dak, 68% completion percentage, 259 passing yards per game, pass yards per game, 30 touchdowns to 7 picks, which that pretty just leads the NFL pretty much. So we got first and 10, 10:46 here in the first. And Dak with a little play action throws over the middle looks like to Ferguson, gets dragged down to be short of the first down marker. So we a 7-yard pickup for Jake Ferguson. So 2nd and 3 for Mike McCarthy, his first, I think, third season as a head coach, first year as a play caller. So obviously, with Kellen Moore leaving, I think, last year, the year before for the Chargers. And little handoff to Pollard, and he's going to get swallowed up. He's going to lose about 3 yards on the carry. And that was Aiden Hutchinson on the stop. And I don't know, a lot of Lions fans kind of don't like Aaron Glenn as the defensive coordinator because, boy, the dude just could not. Well, the defense, like I said, that's the only thing that really worries me if you're a Lions fan, especially against this offense that the Cowboys have this year, or mostly their secondary, that is. So it's 3rd and 4. Dak takes a snap, drops back, goes over the seam, and that's complete to CeeDee Lamb across the 40 to the 45-50 to the 45 to the 40 and gets tackled inside the 35. It's a good pickup for CeeDee Lamb, even though most of his yards come from the slant. Even though, let's be real, I think CeeDee Lamb is more of a deep threat than anything else. And of course, ABC, what are you doing? Sorry, I had a cough coming on. I had to mute myself. And Cam Sutton just completely whiffs on that tackle to really make that play on CeeDee Lamb. So 1st and 10. So 11 pass plays, so 20 plus yards allowed by the Lions defense. Dak rolls out to his right and gets plowed. And he gets Ferguson again, is still short of the first down marker. So 2nd and short coming up. So that was Peyton Hendershot who made the catch. So 2nd and 4. Dak takes a snap, drops back, going deep over the top, and that is incomplete. So 3rd and 4. So 3rd down and 4 coming up for the Cowboys. And looked like Brandon Cooks was the intended target right over the top. So it's 3rd and 4. So we got CeeDee in the slot. A little audible called by Dak. 5 seconds on the play clock. Takes a snap, drops back, pressure off the edge. Pump fakes, escapes a tackle, throws, and that is in. That's picked off. It was like Brian Brain. So that's the 8th pick of the year for Dak. So with under 8 minutes to play here in the first quarter. And it looks like the CeeDee Lamb was the target, but number 6 said, nope, this is my football. Woo. Damn. Sorry about that once again. But yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. So far, early 3-0 game, which better than nothing, I suppose. But outside of that, it's been pretty much straight up, a little bit defense, a little bit sloppy offensive play. But yeah, shout out to the 4 though. Like I said, I haven't really done, like I said, me and Tyler haven't really done any football content, and obviously too, the lack of NBA content because obviously I'm too broke to don't have League Pass at the moment. So, yeah, so most of the NBA content is going to be put on hold for the time being, unless you're a Sixers fan. Yeah, so that happened pretty much. Besides that, you know, but yeah. Let's take a look at and also too, for those who are doing picks and predictions, because obviously, I mean, this week, well, hopefully, let's see how that really does play out, for that matter. Shout out to Key with the battle to pick 'em. What's going on, Daniel? Appreciate you coming in for tonight's football action. And like I said, the lack of NBA content's been kind of rough as of recently because, like I said, not having League Pass kind of stinks. And as much as I love the Sixers, I want to at least give another team's chance. But the problem is, like I said, I don't have League Pass. Uh, so it looks like Neil Fonwu actually was the recipient of that interception of Dak Prescott. So Goff hands it off to Gibbs. And Gibbs is only getting about 2 yards. That's all they're probably going to give him is about 2 yards on the carry. So like Melifonwu. Mm-hmm. I mean, pretty much CeeDee Lamb pretty much had that set, had a pretty much that screen wide open. Whew. So under 7.5 to play here in the first. That's the 14th turnover for the Cowboys this season, which is tied fewest in the NFL. Goff, little screen out to St. Brown across the 50 to the 45, inside the 40 for Detroit's first down. We're right about to reach the 7-minute mark here in the first. Detroit still holding an early 3-0 lead. So Amon-Ra St. Brown of the season, 108 receptions, 1,317 yards, averaging 12.2 yards per catch with 8 touchdowns, which are all career highs for St. Brown, who last year I actually really liked. Been impressed with St. Brown. And Goff, nice little ender go. Oh, nice little tackle by Damone Clark to stop that first down. And also that was Jordan Lewis. However, we got a whistle. Okay, so that was Jameson Williams on the end around for the pickup. I swear I thought I heard a whistle. I guess not. Second and 4. And a little handoff to Gibbs, and he's going to lose about 6 yards on the carry. So 3rd and 8. So a loss of 4. And that was Michael Parsons on the tackle. That's so far tonight, 3 tackles, 1 total for loss for Michael Parsons. So 3rd and 8 at the 40. Goff takes a snap, drops back, he steps up, and he's going to take the sack. Mm. So we have the first punt for. So Jack Fox with on for the punt. And Turpin with a fair catch, I think at the 10 or just probably at the 12-yard line. So 4:28. Here we go. But we're in commercial break. I'll be right back. I gotta go grab myself a. Sorry about that. I had to get a drink. Just call my throat a little bit. But yeah, so not a possession by the Lions, quite honestly. And yeah, just wasn't too great. If I'm going to be completely honest. But shout out to you, Daniel. Appreciate you. You've kind of been around for a while, so shout out to you. But kind of showing the, of course, the Cowboys mascot. Alrighty. But yeah. So Monday Night Football is pretty much it. Are you ready, Dallas? Yeah. Okay. Obviously, you got Jimmy Johnson. Obviously, gonna be honored at the ring. Coming up at halftime, the Jimmy Johnson Ring of Honor ceremony. Dak will hand up to Pollard, and he's gonna lose about 3 yards. So it looks like good tackle. Look at by 29 on the tackle for Detroit. So the second and long. I'll say second and 13 for Dallas here in the first. And that was Vildor. Okay, so killing Vildor on the tackle of Pollard, who so far early can't get anything going. He's already have some negative yardage. So second and 13. We got Cooks going on the outside. Dak takes the snap. And of course, ABC decides to buffer during the snap. Whenever that wants to. Dak throwing over the middle. Come on, ABC. And that's incomplete. And that was Jake Ferguson, who was the intended target. So it'll be third and long for the Dallas Cowboys. Dak drops back. Blitz coming. Come on. Okay. The ABC broadcast is ass. And we caught. And CeeDee Lamb will take it in for the Dallas touchdown. So 92 yards to the house. Mm. Yes. And for the extra point is good. 7-3 Dallas. 3:26 to go. All right. Dallas already out into a 4-point lead here in the first. Oh, Lord. But yeah. Well, yeah, but shout out to everyone that's been coming in, whether you're coming from YouTube, from the Sports and Risk Connection or the Sports Wave network as well, and also check out the Twitch, which is linked in the description down below, and also follow us on Twitter, as well as Sports Buster YT. Like I said, we're also live streaming over there as well. But so far, 92 yards for CD Lamb puts him up 7-3. And to be fair, they brought an all-out blitz, and however, the quarterbacks for Detroit are just complete trash. Just saying. I mean, if any team wants to play the Lions, target their secondary because they stink, despite getting one pick tonight. So now you got first and 10 at the 25 for Detroit to see. Hopefully they can respond after that 92-yard bomb down the field to CeeDee Lamb. This tall ball getting dunked on top of your head, as I would the way I would see that 92-yard missile down the. So 92-yard reception touchdown, longest career, second longest TD in Cowboys history. And now looks like we have an injured Lion on the field. That is Tracy Walker, who was back to the third round pick in the 2018 NFL draft. So CeeDee Lamb's got 2 catches for 123 yards, 77 after the catch with 1 touchdown. And who knows how many more. Yeah, Bart. Yeah, and actually, at the same time, Barnes should have had Dak dead to rights on the sack. However, a little handoff to Montgomery. Nice little inside the 30 for David Montgomery. So good pickup. I think we're about 5 yards, about 6 yards. So we second and 4 coming up for the Lions. Okay, so it'll be second and 5. And we get a penalty marker at 2:51. And it'll be a false start on Detroit. And that's going to be, looks like to be another center. So maybe getting so now going to make it 3rd and 10. So Graham Glasgow gets flagged for a false start. And throw over the top, and that's complete across the 30. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 3, 3rd and 2. So 3rd and 3. After a nice little pickup from Sam Laporta. And that's going to be a loss of 3. So it'll be fourth down coming up. So a loss of 2, and that's going to force a 3 and out. And now for Fox again for another punt on a 4th and 5. And Cavante determined to return the punt. Fox with the kick. And already inside the 10, and that's going to bounce into the end zone. Touchback. 1st and 10 at the 20 for the Dallas Cowboys. Already up 7-3 over Detroit going into the commercial break. But yeah. Ugh. Yeah, Lord have mercy, dude. All right. Back from commercial 107 here in the first. And just right now, Dallas kind of doing their own thing right now. Barn pretty much had an open shot to take Dak down with a sack. Fortunately, couldn't do that, and unfortunately led to that 92-yard pretty much missile down the field. We got Terry Brad. However, before even the first snap, we get a penalty. We get a penalty marker on the field. So now 1st and 15 for the Cowboys. Back to 107 on the clock. Cook's in motion. Dak takes a snap, little throw and complete, but that's going to be no gain. So nice tackle by Anzalone. It'll be 2nd and 14 coming up for the Cowboys. Second and 14. So still second and 14 at the 15. Dak, little play action, throws over the middle. That's incomplete. Let me back to Ferguson again. So now it's the third and long once more. That was a good coverage by Brian Branch. Now to Pollard, and he's not going to get any yards on the play, and that's going to look like it's going to be definitely the last play of the first quarter. Down to 15 seconds. And the first quarter comes to a close. It's the end of the first one quarter is in the books. Here in AT&T Stadium. Mm-mm-mm. Oof, boy. Mm-mm. Good Lord. Oh, but shout out to the 5, though. Coming in as well. Shout out to the 3 from the Sports Wave Network. Guys, new, definitely hit the like button. Hit that subscribe button. Definitely ring that notification bell for both channels so you guys will not miss any updates. And also check out the Sports Wave Network on both Twitter, Instagram, yeah, even TikTok as well. You guys want to check that out so you guys will not miss any of the upcoming news, reports, content, that sort of thing. And especially here on the Sports Wrestling Connection, you guys have not already, like I said, hit the like button over there, and also definitely check everything out we got going up as well. Obviously, with the new year coming around the corner, it's gonna be fun for the new year. Not just from me and Tyler from the Sports Wrestling Connection, but also part of the Sports Wave Network because we're gonna be doing some good stuff, some great stuff going forward. But we're gonna hear in the second quarter in Arlington, Texas, between the Cowboys and the Lions. The Lions should have had a sack, and obviously with anger with a nice little booting punt. And Raymond gets tackled at the 42. Of course, that'll be at 14:49. So first and 10. Goff, little play action. Throwing over the middle, and that is complete to St. Brown. So we not so a nice little 19-yard pickup from St. Brown. And really picked on Damone Clark in that secondary. As I put the brakes on it and just avoid the tackle. So first fresh set of downs for the Lions. We got Montgomery in motion. Goff takes the snap. Little play action. Little screen. That is picked off. Well, damn. That took a turn. That's a clean interception right there. And that was Jordan Lewis on the pick. That's the 9th career interception for Jordan Lewis in his 7th season. I'm sorry. I don't think really. Look, I think Goff's okay, but to the Lions, I don't know if he's going to be the long-term answer for them. I'll be shocked if they do want to commit to him long term, but quite honestly, I just don't see it. It's just when there's pressure in his face, he just crumbles, so to speak. Basically, he'll just take sacks. But yeah, maybe that's just the way I look at it. But to be quite honest, like I said, I don't really think he's going to be the guy. I don't think he should. Hmm. I just don't believe. Like I said, I legitimately don't believe golf is the answer. Like I said, and the reason why I say that it's just like I don't know. I just don't think he's that great. And Dag escapes the pocket, and that is complete to Brandon Cooks for the first down and past the 40-yard line. So 1st and 10, Dallas coming out of that commercial break. Kind of crazy though. Regardless, so fresh downs for Dallas. Little quick snap, hand out to Pollard, and just will fight for about 40 yards on the pickup. So finally, so actually some positive yards from Tony Pollard. So obviously, like the last 3. So the Cowboys defense from 2018 to 2020, they're 20th with 109 sacks as a team, 26 interceptions, tied for 3rd fewest. But this year, from 2021 to 2023, they're tied for 3rd with 137 sacks as a team. That little pump fake. And, oh, nice. What a hit on Brandon Cooks. Still hangs on to for the first down. It was by Cam Sutton. Bam. Oof. I was like, and Cooks really didn't see that coming. So 1st and 10. Handoff to, looks like Pollard. So 2nd and 7. Dak takes the snap, drops back. And they got a penalty marker with a free play. Throws, and that is incomplete. Well, that stops the clock at 11:24. Yep. And then Pollard again will fight his way inside the 5. And obviously get a little chippy at the end of the play. Like Ferguson, let's say one of the defensive linemen were kind of get a little of a kerfuffle. So 1st and goal, little play action, a little slant out to CeeDee Lamb. He drops the football. He fumbles it. And it's going to be a touchback, and we're going the other way. A big momentum shift for Detroit. So at 10:38, Goff takes the snap, hands it off to Gibbs. Will find open room and be about a yard shy of the first down marker. So already we have a 2nd and 2. So we got Gibbs in the backfield. Cross, drops back. Pressure coming. Throws over the middle, and that's complete. And also, that's incomplete. Knocked out of the hands. Looked like Sam Laporta was the intended target. So 3rd and 2. So it's 3rd and 2. I'd run the football here in this situation. Got Gibbs. A little play action. Goes over the middle, and that's incomplete. I'm sorry, but this aggressive look, I don't mind the aggressive play calling, but you gotta run the football on a short 3rd and 2. So Goff's already 6 for 12 for 75 yards with a pick. A little fake punt into a completed pass across the 40. Oh, so interesting play. Now we got a fresh set of downs for the Lions. So right now it looks like Cowboys territory. Oof. Well, I mean that's kind of a good looking pass by Reese Maben, number 42. And Goff, little hand off to Montgomery. So it looks like it was Brown on the pickup. It's like a little good blocking by Laporta. So the Lions, they go for it on 35% of 4th downs, which is high as the NFL. Little handoff to Gibbs. Find an open seam and gets for the first down across the 20 inside. Looks like at the 18-yard line for Jahmyr Gibbs. So 1st and 10. Looks like at the 8. Okay, so man, what an open hole from Gibbs. And really stops and gets tackled at the 2. And obviously you get a little chippy between Brown and Lewis. So 1st and goal, under 7.5 to go. It's like at the 2-yard line with Gibbs in the backfield. It's like a jumbo formation by the Lions. Try to get some extra blockers out in front. Goff hands up to Gibbs. And Gibbs is going to lose about a few yards. It's a good tackle by DeMarcus Lawrence for a negative loss. I think for like 3 yards, negative 3 yards off that play. So a 2nd and goal, under 7 minutes to go. Goff looking and almost incomplete into the end zone. Looks like Donovan Wilson almost came up with the pick. The second one from Goff, who tonight, well, the play call is questionable. And some of these throws are very questionable. So 6 for 13, 75 yards in the touch, or in a pick. So we got a 3rd and goal at the 5. A little handoff to Gibbs, who bounces to the outside blockers out in front, and that's all. He only gets about a yard, but that's all he's going to get, and that's going to force a field goal attempt by the Lions. Looks like they're going to go for it on a 4th down. So apparently this stops the clock at 6:11. So Lions offense through week 16 go for it on 52% of the 4th downs in opponent's territory, which marks the highest in the NFL. So it's 4th and goal. Unreal. So it's been a 10-play drive for the Lions. Looks like they're going to go for it here. Let's see, still at the 5-yard line. Looks like Montgomery in the backfield. Goff steps up, escapes the pocket, and that is incomplete. And that's going to be a turnover on downs by the Lions. That was Micah Parsons who get that pressure. And that's going to bring you to a commercial break here in the first half. Oh, boy. Do-do-do. Mm. Mm. On the 2-yard line, and you couldn't do nothing with it. Unbelievable, dude. Unbelievable. Damn. Oh, Lord. Mm. All right. And Dak out to Ferguson will break a tackle pass. Was it up to the 14? So 2nd and short coming up for the Lions. Boy, that's and Pollard breaking a few tackles across the 20. Up to the 21 is where they're going to bring him down. So fresh announced for the Cowboys. Currently right now holding a 4-point lead. So 1st and 10. Dak takes a snap with a little play action, rolls out to his left, completes it to CeeDee Lamb. Will step out of bounds. So gain of 6 for CeeDee Lamb. So 2nd and 4. And Dak over the seam. That's complete to CeeDee Lamb. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Cowboys again. So look a little already with a little quick tempo coming from the so already 5 catches, a $145 for CeeDee Lamb, 29, averaging 29 with a touchdown. Hands up to Pollard, and Pollard's going to get about 3 yards on the carry. Like just barely got 3 yards out of that. So maybe 2nd and so only give him a gain of 1 on the play. So 2nd and 9. So 2nd and 9. Dak drops back. Pressure coming, and he's taken down by Aiden Hutchinson. So we now to a large loss. So 3rd and long for the Cowboys. And Tyron Smith just got beat. So 3rd and 17. And we get a penalty marker. We delay it. So delay a game. So now it's going to be a 3rd and 22. I'm going to put 2 seconds back on the game clock. So it'll be 3rd and 22 with 2:02 remaining here in the first half. But it looks like they're going to just let the clock to run to a 2-minute warning. Detroit down 4 here in Dallas. Right after this commercial break. Shout out to everyone that's been in the chat, though. Yeah, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to can't buy into Jared Goff at this point. I really don't. I just don't think he's that dude. And look, great. I'll give some credit to Campbell, but at some point, when's enough with Goff? Like the questionable throws, and the fact you get picked off a screen, which how the hell does that even happens? And the fact you can't run it on a 3rd and or at the 2-yard line, can't even get to get the points. I'm sorry, but this team's going to be one and done. I'm sorry. Well, it may seem harsh, but with the way this play calling has been for Detroit, it's going to wind up. Somebody's going to get fired. It's not going to be Dan Campbell, but it looks like I don't know. I really don't know. That's just the way for me, I look at it. Besides that, I don't know. It is very disappointing if you're a Lions fan. The fact you couldn't even put up 3 to take a fucking field goal, at least to cut it down to 1. Mm-mm-mm. So we got a 2-minute warning. 3rd and 22. Prescott. Little dump off to Ferguson. Just across the 35. And Detroit takes their first time out of the first half. Stopping the clock at 1:53. So you got a $1.53 here in the first half. And if you're Detroit, you got to figure, I got to ask yourself, what the hell happened? So fourth, now it brings up a punt from Anger. And Anger with a nice little punt. And of course, here we go across the 40. It's a good, decent return from number 11. And that's going to set the lines up inside the 40. Right down 4. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, Lord. Unreal. If you're a Lions fan. And another thing too, both these teams are pretty much flawed, kind of like my Eagles a little bit. And to Detroit, their defense, well, not their front 7, it's the secondary is where we gotta have a conversation. We need to have a conversation. Um, Well, we're going to be getting ready for the halftime in about, obviously, with Jimmy Johnson getting inducted into the Cowboys Ring of Honor, which, mm, unreal. So, first and 10 at the 40 for the Lions. Goff looking for St. Brown. Or notice Jameson Williams somehow get a few yards out of that after getting popped a couple of times. We got a minute 23s on a 2nd and 4. Goff, little handoff to Gibbs, and he's going to be about a yard shy of the first down marker. We got under a minute to play. So 3rd and 1. Little play action. No. And that was DeMarcus Lawrence again with another nice tackle. Stops the clock at 41 seconds, and that's going to force a punt. Mm. Mm. Lordy. So, so they put 44 seconds back on the clock. So it's going to be a 4th and 5. And how much you want to bet this is going to be a freaking. It looks surprising they actually go with a punt, not an aggressive play call, which. We got 4th and 5. So we got Fox ready for the punt. And Turpin, we get a fair catch inside the 10. Another good punt to pin him back. So we got 37 seconds. And Dak will take the snap. We'll drop back. Throws over the middle, complete to Lamb. I'm pretty sure that's going to pretty much. And then Dak goes down for the second time. And that's going to pretty much do it for the first half. And yep, and we are at halftime here, ladies and gentlemen. To be fair, honestly not impressed, to say the least. It's mostly from the Lions. Like, that one fake punt, sure, that's pretty nice. But yet you move the ball down the field to the 2-yard line, couldn't score. Doesn't make any sense. With that being said, guys, I'm going to take my quick halftime break and don't go anywhere. All right, we are back. Sorry, I had to give the little what do you call it? Halftime snack break, basically. Like I said, so far my first when I tweeted my halftime thoughts that the Red Zone execution for Detroit was kind of piss poor. And it's just a lot of things that went wrong. So 1st and 10 for the Cowboys at the 25. Dak takes a snap, hands it off to Pollard. The pool gets about I think 3.5 yards. AC's going to get. There we go. And of course, we get a false start at 14:26. And that's going to push the Cowboys back 5 yards. Looks like Tyron Smith gets flagged for the false start. So 2nd and 12. So 6'5", 307 for Smith's 13th season in the league. And then Prescott completes it over the side to Lamb, but across the 25. But not much more to go along with that. Prescott those over the middle. That's complete for the first down and the first for CeeDee Lamb short of the 40. So 1st and 10 for the Cowboys. A nice little 8-yard pickup. So 1st and 10. And a little pitch back to Pollard, and he's gonna lose about 2 yards. And that's Aiden Hutchinson on the stop, combined with Cam Sutton and probably others. And Prescott drops back, pressure coming, and that is dropped by Pollard. That's all about literally dropping an easy dime from Dak Prescott right over the top. Mm. Prescott throws and is incomplete. Nice little pass breakup. And it's Brian Branch on the pass breakup. That's forces a 3-and-out by the Cowboys offense. Let's see what Detroit can do for a change. Because right now, Detroit's been not great, to say the least. A nice little punt from Brian Anger with Raymond at the 25. And Legit just gets stuffed at the 25 with 12 minutes to go. Even here in the third. Only a 2-yard return. Quite honestly, that's not great if you're Detroit. Ugh. Jeez. I mean, to be fair, it's not great if you're. Mm. Like I said, shout out to Lions fans coming in here. And like I said, it's not great, quite honestly. We'll say we're getting a biopic for Bob Marley, huh? So February 4th. And no against the two shits. The fact even Alabama, well, like I said, I could care less for college football at this point. But besides that, we got 12 minutes even. Still 7-3 here in the third. To be fair, I'm sorry, but the Lions, they have not been that impressive, especially tonight, anyways. Little hand off to Montgomery, but only 3 yards on the pickup. But not really much to go on from. And a good tackle by Wilson. So we second in, I'll say medium. So we like 2nd and 7 or and a little another handoff to Montgomery. Bounces to the outside, across the 40 to the 45, up to the cross midfield. So a good little run by Montgomery. Nice little block by Jameson Williams, though. I'll give him that. Montgomery's a rush for 45 yards on 8 attempts. And again, rush attempt number 9, and he's going to get about, let's see, about a 5-yard pickup if they're all going to give him. And the running backs, Gibbs got 10 touches for 31 yards, averaging 3.1 yards per carry. And you have Montgomery, who has less touches, but for more yards, 8 touches, 45 scrimmage yards. Both backs don't have a TD. And a little handoff to Gid, or Montgomery will try to fight his way for extra yardage. Well, not really much, but beat about a yard short of the first down marker. So in terms of the playoff picture, we still got San Francisco, Philly, and Detroit all for 11-4 with an opportunity for all three teams vying for the number one seed. Then you follow up with the Bucks, Cowboys, the Rams, Seahawks all pretty much make up the wild card games. Still in the hunt, you have the Minnesota Vikings, Packers, Falcons, and Saints. Let's Burrell. The NFC South sucks. Little play, no gain. Looking for Jahmyr Gibbs. Looks stopped by Deron Bland. So that's going to force a 3-and-out to the Lions offense. It looks like Campbell's going to go for it on the 4th and 2. I mean, decent. So, of course, the damn analytic crap. Goff. And completes it to Sam Laporta for the first down. So, nice little tackle by Javon Curse. So fresh at the downs for the Lions. So, 1st and 10. Goff, little play action. And it throws over the middle to Sam Laporta across the 30. So a few yards shy of the first down marker. And however, we got another kerfuffle going on. So we get a little chippy. He's in this game alone. Now brings up a 2nd and 3. And nice little handoff to Gibbs, and he almost looked like I thought he fumbled it. So we got 1st and 10. So that's 11 touches or 11 rushes for 40 yards for Gibbs, 3.6 averaging per carry. Obviously, outrushing the Cowboys 110 to 20 for the Lions. Little handoff again, and he's going to lose about 5 yards, courtesy of Micah Parsons on the tackle. Loss of 3. It looks like a loss of 5. Jared Goff. And completes it over the middle for the first down inside the 10. So already 10 for 18, 105 yards and a pick for Goff tonight. Now handoff to Montgomery. And it takes a big hit, but still get some positive yardage. It's about 5:40 here to go in the third. Lions kind of pushing tempo. So it got 2nd and 4. And Montgomery again gets about a few yards, but it's going to bring up third and short. So the Lions' third downs, they were 5 for 10 against the Broncos, 6 for 12 against the Vikings. Now tonight, 2 for 9 against the Cowboys. They started for 2 for 2, but since then, 0 and 7. Well, I should tell you. So 3rd and 2. We got Montgomery in the backfield. A little handoff to Montgomery. Cuts inside. Touchdown, Detroit. And obviously get the extra point for good measure. So already 10-7 Detroit. So about time they actually scored in the red zone. Oh, Lord. All righty. So 10-7. So we got third quarter, 4:34. Let me get first, a little nice little touchback, 1st and 10 at the 25 for the Cowboys. On the road this season, there are 3 and 5, averaging 22 points per game on the road. Obviously, 7-0 at home, averaging 40 at home. Nice little hand up to Pollard, but lost up a few yards there. So we look like Barnes on the tackle. A little dump off to we're short of the first down, so it looks like a 9-yard gain for Deuce Vaughn. So 3rd and 1 coming up for the Cowboys. Under 4 minutes to play here in the third. And nice little seam from Pollard across the 45 and try to fight for midfield, and he gets it. Try to push. Looks like we got some pushing towards the 45. With good run by Tony Pollard right up the middle for the Cowboys. Nope, nobody there. And good tackle by Barnes. So he's looks like 2nd and 11 is going to be coming up. Look like a loss of 1 on the play. So obviously Barnes made some pretty good couple tackles here in the second half. Obviously, could have had a sack on Prescott in the first half and kind of forced a safety, and unfortunately, which gave up the 92-yard missile. But Prescott, he's going deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. So that's 3rd and 11. Looks like the Brandon Cooks. That's twice that Brandon Cooks has been targeted. But however, we do have an injured Cowboy. Looks like Tyron Smith, I think the left guard, might have hurt his ankle during the play. And that's another thing too. I've heard from Cowboys fans say, the fact he was still there is. Look, I don't mind it. Look, I'm not a Cowboys fan, but I've seen people say, the dude's kind of been injury prone, and rightfully so. The dude's older. Not really much going on for Dallas, but that cuts us to already cut into a commercial break. Shocker. Oh, Lord. So I got TJ Bass now kind of replacing Tyron Smith. So he's 3rd and 11. So Prescott with a little quick audible. So you got 3rd and long, under 2 minutes to go. Prescott takes the snap. Pressure coming. It gets hit and completes it to CeeDee Lamb. Gets the first down. Cross the 40. Cross to the 35. And Prescott, man, ate the hit. And Cooks, he's going to get about 2 yards after that throw from Dak Prescott. So under a minute to play, 2nd and 8. So CeeDee Lamb, 1,602 yards this season, 2nd in franchise history, is 1 yard shy of tying Michael Irvin's franchise record at 1,603. So 2nd and 8. Prescott takes the snap with the blitz coming, throws over the middle, and that's incomplete. Dropped by CeeDee Lamb. So 3rd and 8 looks like look at all out blitz coming from the Lions defense. Prescott over the middle, that's incomplete. And that's going to bring up a 4th and 8 at 27 seconds on the clock here in the 3rd before we get to the final 15. All right, 23 seconds. And of course, a Bourne after a good field goal tied at 10 apiece. So Auburn's 34 for 34 in field goals this entire year. And The kick, and it's just going to be right into the end zone. No return, 1st and 10 at the 25. All right, 23 seconds. Hands off. And Gibbs, a couple blockers out in front, and he gets the first down and more. But however, this. And that's coming back. Any running play, there's going to be some holding. Yeah, that's a hold. I mean, if you can't. And that's pretty much going to. Well, we're going to the final 15. So tied at 10. Oh, Lord. But yeah. A shout out to. Mm-mm-mm. And handoff to Gibbs. He's going to get. I think he's going to give him 2 yards. That's all he's going to get. And nice little big play. Oh, geez. And then obviously ripped the helmet of Jameson Williams right off his head. First and 10 for the Lions. Good Lord. I'm sorry if I'm sounding like out of it. This game was kind of been boring. And oh man. Not no gain there for Gibbs. And obviously it looks like we have an injured Cowboy. So that's 2nd and 12. Oh, like both Lewis and looks like Bell actually collided. Well, it's good to see. It looks like Jordan Lewis getting off on his own power. We got 2nd and 12, 13-19 here in the 4th. And St. Brown try to fight his way for extra yards, but not really much going on there. So I think third and short coming up for Detroit. Third and 3. And Goff, that's incomplete. Now let's and both it's like Panay Sewell already and Michael Parsons kind of jawing at each other right now. So 4th and 3. St. Brown in motion. And then we get a penalty marker, so that's going to force the field goal. Field goal unit coming on for Detroit. And from 30 yards out. And Bradley with the field goal, and it is good. So 13-10. Lions lead. Mm. Lordy. Boy. Shout out to the five still sticking with me though. Like I said, I know it's been boring. Like I said, look, I don't mind the defensive games as the next person, but at the same time, it's been meh. I mean, Detroit, I mean, shoot, you could tell me that they left 7 point. Really, this could have been a 20-10 Detroit lead for that matter. For I think, but back at the first half, that the fact that they said, "Oh, let's go, let's go, we'll look at like a short go route in the end zone." Yet from the 2 yard line, decide not to run the fucking football is mind boggling. Well, that's besides the point. But overall, we're still got 13-10. So we got 1st and 10. Dak, play action. Throws out to the seam to Lamb, and he gets the first down and more. Probably an extra 2 or 3 yards after the catch for CeeDee Lamb. So the most receiving yards in a single season, most in Cowboys history. CeeDee Lamb at 16-13. They had Marco Irvin, who set it back in 1995 with 1603. So and Prescott, and that is complete to Lamb, and he's going to get at least about 4 yards on the catch. Still under 11.5 to go. 2nd and 5. So 2nd and 5. 11:05 to go here in the fourth. And hands it off to Pollard, and he's going to get about a yard. I say about a yard. That's where they're going to mark him. Sorry, 12 carries for 34 yards. And blitz coming. And floated it. And that's complete. And Brandon Cooks with a nice little catch. God damn. There we go. Good catch, though. Shout out to the 9 that's in here, man. And Dak's going to take it himself. Gets about 4 or 5 yards. I think 5 yards is they're going to give him on the play. Just over the back shoulder of Brian Branch. Hey, you really can't place it better than that. Quite honestly. So Prescott's 21 for 30, 287 with a touchdown and a pick. And Prescott takes the snap, drops back, pressure coming off the edge, and completes it for the first down. So fresh at the downs. So we're at the 9-minute mark here in the fourth. It's a 3-point game. It's been pretty decent, quite honestly. Been meh. But if you talk about these two best offenses not doing much, they'll do it. And Prescott with a little handoff to Pollard, and he'll find his way for the first down inside the 15. So looks like at the 13 is where they're going to mark him. So 1st and 10. We're about to reach the 8.5-minute mark here in the fourth. Still 3-point competition. So we got 8-13. Looks like inside. Looks like the 14. Prescott hands it off to Pollard. Pollard's going to run up the middle for about 5 yards. About 6 yards are we going to give him. 6 yards. So 2nd and 4. So Pollard, honestly, not one of the best nights from Pollard. So overall, it's been an 8-play drive, 67 yards, almost 5 minutes time of possession for the Dallas Cowboys on this current drive against this Detroit defense. Prescott drops back. Floats it, and inside the end zone. Touchdown. Touchdown, Dallas. It's now going to be 17-13, pending the extra point. Unreal. 9-play drive, 75 yards, 4 minutes, 58 seconds time of possession. I mean, shoot. And right to Brandon Cooks, who I think a lot of other football fans remember got his ass got knocked out in the Super Bowl in 2017. But he's still a good receiver, though. The fact that I think after that went to Houston. Don't know why that was a good idea. I mean, could have went to a better team than Houston. Well, at the time, when Houston was kind of, I was seeing that middle ground, I guess you could say. Now, it would be interesting, though, if had Brandon Cooks not got traded and actually had someone like but CJ Stroud thrown in the football, being the number 2 option. Obviously with Tank Dell being number 1, I think also you had Nico Collins could be your number 3. I think that the Houston team would have been look a little bit different. I think Cooks could still put up 1,000-yard season. Sure, I think he's still capable of doing that. But at the same time, it's like I know you really can't change the past, but at the same time, but it kind of get you thinking a little bit. like with the biggest what if, like what if the Houston didn't trade Brandon Cooks to the Houston to the Dallas Texans or Dallas Cowboys? Boy, that's I almost had that mixed up. I mean, the fact that you're going to still have C.J. Stroud, Will Anderson Jr. on the defensive side, easy, nice receiver trio. Because look, I think Robert Woods is okay, quite honestly. I mean, at best, he's your number 3, sometimes a number 4 receiver, depending on who you're asking, depending what wide receivers that which team uses. But at the same time, with Dameon Pierce, who's been, I would say, a little bit disappointing this year with the Houston Texans, if I'm going to be completely honest. And yeah, look, no disrespect to the Texans, exceeding expectation. Well, I would say, yeah, exceeding very little expectations for the first year of the D'Amico Ryan's era with C.J. Stroud, who I still think is offensive rookie of the year. Yeah, so far 17-13 for those who are just coming in. Been pretty much of a defensive game for most 3.5 almost 4 quarters of play. So far, but like I said, I don't mind it. It's better than watching, having to call the game early because of a blowout, which we have seen. And for those who have been around the channel on the Sports and Wrestling Connection channel, because we had done that on multiple occasions, no matter it's from the Dallas and Giants primetime game that went 40-0. I know it's me and Tyler hate blowouts for lack of a better, or it's just how we feel on blowouts. But 7:20 to go. It's back to a 4-point lead. And it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 25. Not much changing there. So far. And Goff rolling out to his left and completes it across the 30. It looks like ankle injury. So 2nd and 6. Goff hands it off to Montgomery. Will fight across the 30. Only about a couple of yards. That's all he's going to get. Hearing this off that handoff. So we got 3rd and 5. Under 6.5 to play. So we got 3rd and 5. Raucous Dallas crowd. Here in the 4th at the 30. Empty backfield. Looks like now let's see, we're going to get Gibbs going into the slot. Goff takes the snap. Will drop back. Pressure coming. Gets hit. And that's incomplete. And there's going to be no flags. Even though Litzberg looked like giving a close, roughing the passer, but that's going to force a 3-and-out by the Dallas defense. And Fox with the punt. And get a fair catch inside the 30 for Kevontae Turpin. Stops the clock at 5:52 here in the 4th. Back to our 4-point game. Hmm. Mm. Damn. Oh boy. So not really much going for the Cowboys so far on that first here on this first possession on this first drive. All right, 2nd and 10. We got CeeDee Lamb in motion. Tag for the play action. Going deep once more, and nobody's there. And there's a penalty marker. That stops the clock at 5:07. So illegal contact on Detroit, and that's going to be an automatic first down. That was on Kindle Vildor. And Pollard, no gain on the play. Yeah, Prescott drops back. Time of the pocket, steps up, and that is incomplete. So 3rd and 10, 4:19 to go. Prescott. Oh my God! Can it? ABC's broadcast is garbage. I mean, either way, it's still a first down for CeeDee Lamb. And this Lamb again, not much. Say about a 4 or 5 yard gain. Be third, and looks like 5 coming up. So CeeDee Lamb has 12 catches for 216 yards and a touchdown. The rest of the team, 12 catches combined and 110 for a touchdown. So 2nd and 5. Prescott with a little play action hand. That's going to be nowhere close. And stops the clock at 2:45. 3rd and 5. It's going to be 3rd and 5, 2:45. So the Cowboys tonight are 7 for 12 on 3rd down. Prescott, and he's going to get taken down to midfield. And there's a looks like the ball came loose, but somehow Dallas recovers the fumble. Looks like Aiden Hutchinson with a sack tonight. Mm. So we got brings up a 4th and 13. I think with 2:40 on the clock, and Detroit takes their first timeout of the 4th. We'll see how that really turns out. That's going to force a punt by Brian Anger. I got 2:33 in the 4th. Still a 4-point game. Because right now, So 233. A little play action. Throw over the middle. Complete to Sam Laporta. Breaks a tackle. Gets the first down and more. And that's another pick by the Cowboys, and I'm pretty sure that's going to seal it. Mm. And there goes. This is pretty much just over, but however, there's a penalty marker. So that's coming back. But we're at the 2-minute warning. Whew, boy. Not a good look for Detroit. Ugh. It's I don't know what to say, quite honestly, for Detroit. Well, we're almost towards the end of this game, and it's damn. I know my well, 2 minutes to go, and looks like Dallas is going to put this game away. Pretty much. First and no, okay, so it's first and 25. A little quick slant throw, and that's complete. So now CeeDee Lamb having himself a night. Of course. So it looks like Dan Campbell to use this a second timeout, leaves them with one of the fourth. And to be fair, so 2nd and 14, Dak takes the snap. And it looks like he gets hit. And that goes out of bounds. That's a 3rd and 14 with a $1:49 to go. So 3rd and 14 for the Cowboys. And right. Dak takes a snap, drops back, and that's complete. And that's going to bring into field goal territory. And then that's and Detroit uses their final timeout of the half. And yeah, it's going to be to Lions fans. I get it. This is a rough game that had implications to either lock up the 2 seed with a win. However, of course, you didn't do that because I'm sorry, but jeez. So $1:45. Looks like they're going to go. Not Dallas going to go for on a 4th and 6. But we'll see. And they're just going to take the delay of game to get to put them up by a touchdown for a field goal opportunity. This is from 43 yards out. And the field goal is right down the middle. It is good. 20-13. Dallas leads over the Detroit Lions. Well, it's going to be interesting to see what. So Prescott tonight, 26 for 38, 345 passing yards, 2 touchdowns to 1 pick. Jared Goff, 14 for 25, $196, no touchdowns to 2 picks. Quite honestly, ridiculous from Jared Goff. Decent, but And it'll be 1st and 10 at the 25 for the Lions, who have no timeouts remaining. So let's hopefully And Goff completes it to Laporta. Down to a minute 30. And a nice little dart to Sam Laporta. We got a minute. So we got what? So I got a minute and 2 left. And Goff looking deep and completes it over across the 30. Down to under a minute to go. So it looks like Goff decides to spike it at 48 seconds. Down to score. They scored it. A touchdown ties it. So 48 seconds. No. So 2nd and 10 to the red zone. Goff takes the snap, dots back, throws over the top, and that is incomplete. No way from. Looks like St. Brown was looking for a flag. But then again, no one's in Dallas. Well, not real. I don't know. So 43 seconds. Goff drops back, throws, completes it to Laporta inside, breaks a tackle. So 1st and 10 at the 11. And stops the clock at 27 seconds. So it's been an 8-play drive, a minute 14, 64 yards on this drive for the Lions. Goff will take the snap, drops, throws, and touchdown, Detroit. So 9-play drive, 75 yards. That's a touchdown. So they're going for the try to go for the kill. And McCarthy uses his second timeout. So 23 seconds. Looks like we're going for two. Try to steal this away from the Dallas Cowboys and hopefully give them the first L at home. So 23 seconds. So it looks like a jumbo package. Hands it off. And touch. Oh, wow. And Goff gets it for two. And we get a late flag. Oh, that's going on Detroit. So Taylor Decker gets flagged for illegal touching. Hmm. Well, so now we're going to do it again. Now to get the snap off. There we go. Let's try this again. Hopefully, third time's the charm. Goff looking incomplete. And that's going to do it. So James Mitchell cannot make the catch. So Dallas will use their final timeout. And it looks like Thielen recovers the onside kick, and that's pretty much going to seal the deal. And pretty much that's going to do it. I'm sorry. I don't trust the Lions going into the postseason. I legitimately don't. Not the look. I like Dan Campbell as a coach, but he is way too over aggressive. And tonight showed that, yeah. I'm sorry. Like I said, Detroit is just one of those teams. It's going to be one and done. I don't think Jared Goff is that dude. I really don't believe. Like, he's just pretty much an average regular season QB, and at times cannot get it done in the postseason. Sure, you saw during his time with the Los Angeles Rams, he's average. And the fact of the matter is, I just don't see. And quite honestly, look, this might rub people the wrong way. I think Goff might be suited as a backup at this point. Because if I'm Detroit, I'm going to start looking for my QB of the future. I really do. I don't think he's that dude. Look, I look. I know a lot of people say the NFC East champs. Look, winning division is one thing, but can you really win a playoff game playing like that? Absolutely not. I don't think so. That being said, appreciate anyone who's actually coming in or who are just finding this for the first time. Guys are new. Appreciate you guys for coming in. Like I said, we haven't really done much. Obviously, obviously with the holiday season being passed, kind of slowing getting back into things as well. And overall, Detroit, they better figure it out because look, granted, yes, you had an opportunity to get the number 2 seed in the postseason. Honestly, that's not the case anymore. I just don't think I think Detroit just got overhyped this year. I really do. Look, I think they were going to be a good team nonetheless, but at the same time, they were kind of overhyped to the point where it's like, well, look, it's their division to lose. Like, Jared Goff's going to beat this dude, to lead into the postseason, which, to be fair, he has, or to a playoff spot, that is, what I meant to say. But at the same time, he's made some questionable throws tonight, got picked off twice, especially one on a screen, which that remains to be questionable. How the hell is that even fucking possible? But at the same time, Dan Campbell does not want to run the ball on the third, whatever the down was on the 2-yard line with an opportunity to score. You already left 7 points on the board. Not just that, you left 9 points on the board if you think about it. If Barnes didn't miss that tackle on Dak Prescott. I'm sorry. I don't trust this Lions team. Defensively, that is. I like the offensive weapons they got. But their defense continues to be sketchy at best. Outside of, Aiden Hutchinson, who actually tried, compared to Barnes, who actually kind of made it up in the second half. The secondary just is atrocious. Hate me all you want. Call me a hater on the Lions, but I'm just being prudent. I'm being honest. You got to be honest with yourselves. Do you really want to see the Lions, actually want to win, go far? Sure. I think everybody wanted to see that. But the way that the Lions been playing the last stretch of games, it calls for concern. It really does. It really does. Especially for the defensive end of the football. Because let's be real, that defense, look, it can be good. Sometimes it can be bad. But there's inconsistencies with this defense. The corners, they haven't really done their jobs right. I mean, you had, who was it? Can't think of his name right now. But got burnt by CeeDee Lamb for 92 yards, despite bringing an all-out blitz, which should have led up to a sack. But apparently Barnes had his eyes freaking closed. But to the Lions fans, look, it's still a good season nonetheless. But I just think it's time to really consider finding another quarterback, if that's going to be the case. If you're going to be one and done. Because Goff has shown, even back to his time with the Rams, can't really win in the postseason. That crappy Super Bowl with the Patriots speaks for itself. And the dude, honestly, wasn't, if I'm going to be completely honest, he was not even worth the first round pick, or number one overall pick, if I'm going to be completely honest. I mean, look, he's played out a decent career, but just not to the chagrin of most NFL fans. Because when you think of the number one overall pick, they would pave out a much better career than what Jared Goff is putting up. And if Goff continues to make questionable decisions under center, at some point, is it time to really consider a quarterback change at this point of the season? Well, we'll see in the next couple of weeks if you're a Lions fan. And to Dallas, good win. Even though, let's be real, you really didn't earn it because, it's the way I look at it. Not because I'm a rival or any. Look, not because I'm saying as a rival. When we look at how, Detroit played, they gave you chances to score. And Mike McCarthy's clock management is still absolute atrocious. Because let's be real, Mike McCarthy still stinks with clock management. Plain and simple. I mean, CeeDee Lamb had a nice game, especially on that crappy crappy secondary that is the Lions defense. I mean, Aiden Hutchins did what he could, but outside of that, is there really any positives you can take away from if you're a Lions fan? I don't know. Overall, that's pretty much my thoughts. Dallas wins 20-19 over the Lions. Something's got to change if you're a Lions fan. But outside of that, if you guys new, make sure to like, subscribe, make sure to ring that notification bell for all post notifications, whether it's here on the Sports and Runs Connection, Sports Wave Network, and also check us out the rest on social media. And that being said, have a good night, guys.